We obviously have our camera mount. We'll talk a little bit about lenses when we do this. We had some questions, why didn't you use a fixed lens system, you know, like a fixed 50 or a fixed 100mm lens? Basically, it limits the flexibility of what you can zoom in on and fill your frame properly. You really have a limited amount of up and down space, especially on something like this where the camera is physically fairly far away because you have to have clearance for the arc and stuff like that. So that's basically why you use a zoom lens. It's just mounted, you know, just a brass screw with a thumb screw. This is just a Lexan plate. Pretty simple. You focus it down through there. What we have on this particular controller box is a focus light. So if you turn it on, you can probably just barely see some of the light coming through the edges. There's an extra little LED light built onto those circuit boards. So you look through your viewfinder. You go ahead and compose your image using your zoom. You got your focus ring down here. Go ahead and get it in a nice, crisp, clear focus. You're going to turn your focus light off. Then you're going to come back and we'll run through the software. You're going to direct it to your PTM folder, or the folder that you want. In this case, it's going to be Dome 1. And then you're going to select 64 images and go ahead and take picture, and it'll start. And it's going to sequence over here to flash 1, and it runs its way all the way up around to flash 64. One picture per image. This is pretty light. You're going to want to lift it up. You're going to stick your object underneath at the bottom on the tabletop. You want to get it kind of centered. It's pretty easy. You can kind of slide it around a little bit to help you center it up. Like I said, this is an in-lab model. So you're just you can slide it around, look through the viewfinder, get it pretty centered. It's just composing your image. That's really pretty much it for this one. The second one over here, so it's a little more labor intensive. Same basic camera setup. You get the same type of mount. You can loosen the black knob. You can slide it up and down if you want to get a little bit of adjustability that way. You got a little bit of twisting. Get it centered up pretty well. Got your zoom lens. Go ahead and set the object down about the center. In this case, I think it's going to be easier to move your object to center it up. Go ahead and get yourself in focus. It's already set on manual focus. Turn it on. Again, it's going to be connected. Tell it to start 64. We'll have these flashes turned on. There's 8 of them. Charge off of AAA batteries, and hopefully they'll last. I did bring an extra set just in case. So they're all charged up. You'll tell it to go. It's going to take 1 through 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You'll notice there's marks on the sides, silver marks on the edges of these, and they're numbered 1 through 8. There's just a simple push pin. Go ahead and support it. Push the pin in, or the button in, pull the pin out. You're going to move it up to the second position. Lock it in place. Hit the enter button, which is go. It's going to take 8 more. It's going to pause. Pull the pin again. Move it up to your third position. Hit go. It's going to take 8 more. You're going to keep doing that until you hit all 8 positions and all 64 photographs are taken. At that point, you have your data. You can pull your thumb drives. You might want to scroll through, make sure you got all the pictures, take them back, and then we can process them into PTMs.
You're going to get the same result from that as that, even though that's almost light.
Yeah, I want to turn the lights down when we take it. This is just like out in the field during daylight.
Right, so what would you do though?
Shadow it, just like we're
You
going
would use a black cloth, depending on where the sun is, and you just shade
So if the
it.
sun's
No
coming,
different than
There's
any
still
other
going to be a
time.
lot more light.
if the sun's coming from behind me, you can take a cloth and you can actually kind of hold it over here, across there, and you put it in shadow. The flashes are strong enough that it's going to kind of overwrite whatever ambient light is still there. The effect is not going to be as dramatic as if it was pitch black, but you can still see it and it's still very helpful and useful. So, yeah, it's pretty much the same like you do now with regular scene photography. You've got to put in some kind of shadow, and you're still going to get that oblique light use. It's better, you know, in pitch black, it does work better. So if that's an option, it's important. You can come back at night, you know, control the scene. So get some more overtime. So I think that's pretty much it. You want to get started?
Oh, you make another one. Okay. Go ahead and focus on there. If you have to move it, adjust it around. You know, just try to get it in the center. And your zoom macro. No, actually, we had a consultant build, most of these are, they're available at Radio Shack this month.
Just makers like that?
Yeah, except for you have to fuse some of the, for the strap wire, before we used to have wires that went through it. But these patch cords are so much nicer, it makes them look cleaner. Yeah.
This is just like a lighting control device or something?
It's actually camera flashes. You can buy them at any Radio Shack in the Bay Area and in California. They have these, these stores, stuff, homemade stuff.
Our Radio Shacks have gotten pretty generic.
Okay, so go ahead and stick your thumb drive in, and in this particular one, I think the only available, I think there's available slot right over here.
Yeah, I end up with a mouse.
You're gonna name your file, you're on Dome 1, okay?
Open that up.
Right, right.
And you're the dumb two blank files.
Okay.
Okay, and then you're going to, what?
Do you want me to create a file or create a folder to put the
Yeah,
images in?
well, you want to change the name of the folder, probably. So go to the first text file up there. Right,
The first text file.
let's see.
Dome 1 blank?
Yeah, try clicking that and that one real careful. Let's see what the format is and paste there. We had to change the size of it. Usually this is a very high resolution, but we had to change it for that thing today. So, okay, so here's the images, and they're going to number all the way down. Okay, so we're going to go to is it the folder file? One of these files. Enter the name for the file. So you can create your name, right? And I don't know what you were going to call it. I don't know. Ken. That's great. That's what I'm calling you too. Okay.
I can do that. Can I have it right there, or do I need to put it in place specific? Any
I
place
think
specific?
you had, didn't you have to put a colon and then dot PTM, right? I knew I should have blown this up. I was going to blow this thing up and tape it on.
Colon dot D P M and then another dot or
Okay, let's see, can I say? Okay, so we're gonna go to here and we're gonna write, oh, no, this is the camera's office. We want to go to strap file, and then we're gonna have, so is this the strap file? No, this is the
No.
file. Okay, so let's get out of that.
go to the
Fitter file, no, it says go to the,
No, that'd be better, yeah.
taking images, rename the file on USB flash drive, folder 1, for example, for the dome.
you should have a string, you'd have a string, and then next, the LP file, LP create file, that's where
We're
you.
not dealing with the create the PTM file, we're
Oh,
dealing
I'm
with
sorry,
taking the
yeah,
images.
you're right, you're right. Yeah,
Okay, so open folder 1 and right click on the go back.
go.
Go back. Is that the go back?
And then you're gonna change, that's where you
It's
change.
gonna take a little while.
It's taking a while to write it to the thumb drive.
Right click, right click.
Desktop, take
Open.
it, drag it back.
Edit, I'm sorry. And so we called that what? Kent?
Kent.
Kent, so, okay, let's minimize this. Minimize that, and here, you're gonna browse. Let's go ahead and go to your F drive. I believe it was F. Didn't it say F? I don't see an F though.
I think it's just-
I thought it was F. Wasn't it?
Dome 1 blank PTM.
No, that's the ones that we have on.
Hey,
our
John,
mails.
are your images writing really slow to the card or to the thumb drive?
Could sworn it said F.
John,
What?
these are writing really slow to thumb drives.
Oh, they are?
Probably be easier to just go ahead and drag your file to one of the desktop.
Ah, okay.
And then drag it back.
Okay, so what we're gonna do here is that makes it easier, actually, and I don't have to think. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna minimize this, and then the Dome One files, we're just gonna drag it onto the desktop.
On the inside.
Then after it's done, what we'll do is just take that Dome One
Something's
blank
not right.
PTM files, and we'll just drag it back to your.
It's
override.
taking 2.5 second exposure.
2.5 second expose?
I thought you wanted it on manual at a 60th of a second F11.
Yeah, what happened? Did you change those?
No, I haven't touched it.
It's taking way too long.
No, it's taking, what is, it must be on program. It's taking
Yeah.
2.5 second exposures.
No, that's not right.
Actually,
Let's stop it. Oh, hold on, let's stop it. Stop. Just- I don't know, what'd you do to it?
See, this is like real life, right?
Who's not stopping? Try disconnecting. It's okay, just close it.
Yeah, he said it could be blurry with it being moved. With it being not flat, that could be a problem on the edges maybe.
Is the switch on wrong
It
place?
looks fairly in focus.
Close the program. It's trying to talk to it.
What's that?
Close the program. It's trying to talk to it.
You want me to turn it off and on?
No, not that.
Yeah, it's the same, because we moved it to the desktop, I just took the other one off. Okay, let's see what it does. This shouldn't populate over here, right?
That sounds much better.
No, okay. The auto populated over here before.
What, did you have the folder open?
Yeah. Oh, no, I did.
You're not sending it to this one, that's for sure.
Oh, wait a minute.
You're already sending it.
No, that's where it was. Dome One, blank PTM. Okay, let's stop it again. Where's it going then?
I don't know where you send it.
Okay, how do you stop this thing then?
You gotta get in between here.
Okay, so. Okay, so where is this thing going? Right, desktop.
Right there. You're in the desktop, double blanket, PTM file.
Yeah. That's what I had.
I'm gonna reconnect the camera.
CV
That's
Lab,
what I had.
documents and settings, CV Lab.
64.
Yeah, that's what it was before.
Open it up and lock it.
In here?
Rename the open create.
Yep.
Alright. Right click it. Oh, that's not the one. Go back, sorry. Doing that. Yep.
Okay. Good. Good to go.
Make a save watch at the same time. Should pop up there.
Where?
Go. Just pop it in the
Oh,
folder.
oh, there. Wow, look at those numbers. We can't reset those numbers? 19,000? It's way too hard.
We can, you can go into the camera and reset it and start at one. But it creates a new LP file that's starting new. Basically, we went this way because we didn't want to overwrite. If you forgot to change the folder, and you started taking your images again, and started at one, it's just going to overwrite it's the same file name, you're going to overwrite them. This way, if you accidentally put them in the wrong one, then you're just going to be images 65 through 128, and you can move them into the folder, and you're good to go.
Excuse me, there's stuff up here and grab that. Grab the can if you know how to run.
Do you really think I would pick it up?
Is it gonna make a difference if that paper's moving? Yeah. It's gonna look blurry.
No, because it's kind of wind blowing and everything else. Should, maybe you could tack down the sides with just some rates or quarters or something.
Yeah. writing to the thumb drive. That's why I told you not to write to the thumb drive, because this is dirt slow, right?
Now I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
start over again.
It's a lot quicker starting over.
Probably is.
The flash.
Close, right? It's got to be
Fire.
This one's much
They
faster.
were gonna practical data, what happened.
So I was gonna ask you if you have issues.
So what we're gonna do here is computer, and let's shrink that
Yeah, like I said,
down.
if you got-
And where is, I thought it was F drive, here we go, F drive, student
You can go
files.
ahead and make it.
And what we'll do is we'll drag that right in there. And
Start
we'll
using
overwrite
higher
it
numbers, what you
because
can
we added more in there.
those lines
And so
file and delete those photos.
thumb drive is extremely slow on each image.
Good, ready to go?
Yeah.
There's, you can professionalize this. As far as the camera setup.
4 inches big.
You know, and then you have to, okay, so what that defines is the size. 12 inches is gonna be your max or your minimum, and you really, because of the flash, has gotta be at least, I mean, geez, we usually say 3 feet apart from it, so we're 18 inches, so now you're looking at somewhere around 3 feet.
What if you were to build that thing in a rectangular shape or even an ellipse?
You know, the algorithm, the math for it doesn't, well, I guess it would work though. An ellipse, all it is a vector, but right now it takes advantage of the even spacing between all the close related ones. What happens on the middle of the ellipse, when you go from this side to this corner here, does that change?
Wait,